Welcome to Wedgwood, Houston, one of Nashville's most exciting and quickly evolving neighborhoods. Just south of downtown, this area was once the backbone of Nashville's industrial economy. In the early 1900s, factories like the May Hosiery Mill produced socks worn by astronauts, and local foundries and syrup companies kept the city running. But as industries faded in the mid-20th century, the neighborhood fell into decline. Around a decade ago, a creative revival began in the neighborhood. Artists, entrepreneurs, and small businesses transformed these historic spaces into art galleries, breweries, and music studios, breathing new life into WeHo. Today, Wedgwood Houston is booming, with global brands like Apple Music, Soho House, and Hermes calling it home, along with local favorites like Bastion, Disc Insider, Jackalope Brewery, Humphrey Street Coffee, and much more. With all of the growth in the area, I'm excited to introduce you to one of WeHo's newest and greatest additions, Framework. Framework is Nashville's first social studio for sauna and cold plunge, dedicated to the proven benefits of hot and cold therapy. They've just recently opened their flagship location here in Wedgwood, Houston, in time to help everyone achieve their New Year's resolutions of greater health and better self-care. For the American Dream Selling Nashville, I'm your host, Larry Close. Let's head on inside and check it out. I'm here with the owner and founder of Framework, Alan Penn, inside this gorgeous studio. We're in one of the private spaces upstairs where we've got sauna behind me and cold plunge next to Alan. First of all, congratulations on opening it. It's a huge undertaking.
Construction's a journey.
Yeah, I believe it. Tell me about kind of what is Framework and how all this came to be.
So Framework is a sauna and cold plunge studio, really focused on the health benefits long-term of using sauna and cold plunge for your longevity, as well as for your day-to-day mental health and wellness and well-being, but really doing that with a social angle. So making sure that as folks come here, they get the benefit of a supportive community around them. So you're in the sauna with other people as you try to stay longer and get those benefits and chat. And the same thing, you're side-by-side plunging, either in our large group tub or in tubs by each other, to really kind of get that social angle to the practices. Regular sauna usage, meaning multiple times per week, can meaningfully impact your risk of 4 of the 7 CDC recognized chronic diseases. So that's cardiovascular disease risk, Alzheimer's and dementia, hypertension and stroke. So we're talking about, real chronic diseases, and we're talking about double-digit reductions in that risk.
Wow.
I got a doctor friend who likes to say if sauna was a pill, everybody in the world would be on it. And the good news is, most people find sauna pretty pleasurable. That's a nice way to have to go spend a little bit of time for yourself.
A little bit more relaxing than the cold plunge, probably.
Yeah, and the cold plunge is a little bit different in that sense, right? Cold plunges, you're talking about maybe a 5-minute dose in your day that's going to boost your dopamine to a level greater than caffeine or chocolate, and it's going to increase your adrenaline. So you get this combination of focus and motivation and drive without sort of the caffeine jitters. Also, everybody gets out and you feel a lot less stressed and a lot more regulated, kind of bringing your body out of that fight or flight nervous system state into a more restful state. And so you're packing all those benefits in a 5-minute treatment. And I think that's one of the reasons it's really caught on in today's world.
And what is special about the space? I know we've got cold plunge, we have sauna, we have multiple private rooms, and it's a huge space, but what makes this space amazing?
We designed this, so this building opened 4 weeks ago, but there's a couple of things that were important as we built this space. One, really having a number of different ways to do sauna and cold plunge. So that means we've got 2 large saunas downstairs, one social and one silent. So if you want to read a book, meditate, you can do that version. If you want to chat with your friend or make new friends, you can do that version. So that's the first one. Connection to the outdoors. So we've got an outdoor patio. You can really think of this as an indoor and outdoor experience. There's sauna and plunges indoors and outdoors. A lot of natural light that filters in the space to really create that connection to the outdoors. Thirdly, we join hot and cold. So every session here, you're doing both hot and cold. I think the pairing of those, besides feeling really nice to change temperatures, you're also keeping your body off balance. The whole experience is about kind of being in these states that are not the 72 degrees that we all spend most of our lives in.
Framework, making Nashville healthier on one session, one day at a time.
One sweat at a time.
One sweat at a time, yeah. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of American Dream Selling Nashville. Until next time, I'm your host, Larry Close. Hope to see you soon.